How you doing? This is Mr. Maxwell. We're in an 8th grade language arts class. We're in the process of writing an allegory. I got a bit of a problem with this assignment actually. We're doing PARC testing, which is our state standardized tests. It's most this week, or it's all this week, and then people are doing makeups. We're also at the end of the marking period, so students are doing makeup assignments and working on what they need to do to pass. Next week we're on break, and the week we come back, we are actually doing benchmark testing, so there won't be any direct instruction until probably we're done with this class, with EDU 554. So what I do have, and I hope this is acceptable, is we're in the middle of an assignment. The students are writing an allegory. The language arts teacher read an allegory to each the 7th and 8th grade class. We defined allegory, and now they're in the process of creating their own allegory. Some students are working together, and some are working independently. For this assignment, there's 3 forms of formative assessment. We have plot diagrams, rough drafts, and how they actually work. It's productivity, so it's the observational. How are they working together, and how are they getting through this whole thing? Unfortunately, what you won't see is a summative assessment or any closure. The summative assessment is in the form of their final copies, which I have over here for some of them from last year. So this is what we will be doing. They're going to be drawing their own, making their own storybooks on allegories, and some are pretty clever. This is what they're in the process of writing and creating. So what I'll be doing is I'll be going around to each table, seeing where they are, their plot diagram, asking what their allegory is. Differentiation for this, there are some people who specifically those who struggle or have 504s or IEPs, probably not going to be an allegory. A narrative will be acceptable, and pretty much any finished product that actually follows our rubric. Right, so follow me, I'm going to go over to this table. All right, ladies, how we doing?
Great.
All right. Where are we at? We got our plot diagrams done?
Yeah.
All right, so what part are we at now?
The dialogue.
The dialogue. All right, what's your story?
It's about like how it's based on
Okay.
and it started off with like
Okay.
and then what's representing like the Great Depression is on the clouds, and like the sun is like their money and all the stuff
Okay.
that they need. And when the clouds they come and go over the sun, that's when the Great Depression comes and the plants
Okay,
are.
because we lose our sun, which means we lose our money, and then the plants die. Oh, that's sad. All right, so you're starting your rough draft. Now you had said that you wanted to break it down into text boxes so you can know how you're going to format when you do your final product. All right, I think that's a great idea. So Miss Golden approves of it as well. What do we have over here, ladies?
Our allegory is based on slavery.
Okay. So what's the allegory part?
It's basically when the white people come on the boat and come take all the African Americans off the island onto the boat. Like,
The island being Africa?
yeah.
Okay, it's
yeah.
a big island. Okay. Are you gonna? Make sure it's an allegory, not a narrative. Okay. So it has to have some kind of hidden meaning, some kind of moral, some kind of political gain. Okay. So before you write your rough draft, just go back through it, make sure that there is some kind of not that it's just slavery just taking people into working. That's a narrative. Right? You understand? Mm-hmm. You sure?
Yeah.
I know you guys are working on yours. Yeah. All right. Call me over when you're ready. Okay. And we'll see. As promised, Mr. Martinez.
Oh, no.
All right, so tell me your story. Where's your plot diagram? Okay. Is that really a plot diagram?
It's trifold.
A trifold, okay. That's a graphic organizer that you're working on with? All right. You feel more comfortable with this than you do with the rise in action and all that stuff? Okay, good. So tell me your story.
So basically, the topic that we're doing is World War I, right?
Okay.
The allegory is a snowball fight, which could represent like the alliances.
Okay. So how's it gonna play out?
So it starts off with like a group of friends that hangs out in this forest, and they have a place, right? But then they see like other kids which they've never seen before, and then they just start like this argument.
Okay.
And the argument like turns in like one of them says, "Oh, you know what? We're gonna declare war on you."
Okay.
A snowball fight.
Yep.
And then they.
Stay with snowball fight, not war, because that would be the actual allegory, because
Yeah.
it's the hidden message behind it. Okay.
And then they were split into 2 different groups.
Okay.
But we haven't still didn't come up with the names.
Think about what we talked about when we in social studies class, right? When we talked about the alliances, right? One does it with one, so then you're going to build on it, right? So if I throw a snowball at you, Diana's going to get mad and she's going to throw a snowball at me. Then say Nicole gets mad and she's going to throw a snowball back at you, and pretty soon the two groups are all in this big fight. So build it up. Try to build up the tension until it's a full-on fight. Okay? And then we get then maybe come together or something. Really, someone stops it, and we have, what do we call it when we end a war?
A treaty.
A treaty. Maybe we can come up with a treaty. Okay? Good job. That's our true allegory. Looky you. How we doing? How are you doing? How's your plot diagrams? Well, that's.
Yeah,
What's up?
We have the story.
You have the story? All right. So what's taking us so long to do a plot diagram? Helen.
So you want us to know like story?
Tell me the story quickly. Yes.
All right. So basically, it's these ladybugs, and then they're like having fun, whatever, right? And then they want to invade somebody's like property. It was the Beatles' property.
Okay.
And then they're like, and then everyone's like, oh yeah, sure, we could like, yeah, let's do it. We're like take all their food, all the like stuff and that, and then. But then one of them was like, oh no, we shouldn't do that, don't do that, because that's like bad. And then the other was like, oh no, it's fine, what's the big deal anyway? And they go in, and then they invade the house. And then, surprise, surprise, the Beetle comes in, and he's like, what are you guys doing? And he like kicks them out and like hurts them and stuff. And
So
then
what's
he
the
comes out.
allegory? So what is it that we're trying to convey? What's the hidden message here?
Integrity.
Integrity. Okay, so you're trying to show that. So this guy's going to have the integrity, right? So is he able to persuade his fellow ladybugs? Is he a ladybug or a beetle?
Ladybug.
Is he able to? Maybe we should have him do it, right? I mean, if we're doing these stories, they tend to have a moral ending that we follow, correct? Right? So maybe see if we can get that ladybug to convince his ladybug friends that this is a bad idea, which I think you said, right? Right? I need to see this though, okay? Come on. You guys good?
Oh yeah.
Do you know what your story is?
Yeah.
What's your allegory?
Slavery.
And how are you going to show me an allegory of slavery, not a narrative?
Yeah, so it was like it was a bunny getting tired of like getting carrots, or like a group of bunnies getting tired of getting carrots, and then they like basically hired some other animal.
They forced moles to
Yeah,
work for them.
to pick it up for them.
Okay.
And then like they made a deal, but like a week passed, and then they didn't like fulfill that deal, and then
Okay.
the moles getting mad, but the bunnies didn't care, so they just kept on doing it. Like,
Okay.
like that.
All right. Maybe if they're even a little harsh on him and get mean and stuff and force him into it. All right. That's an allegory. That's actually a good job. So, but again, you need this. We need to get this down so we can actually start writing the dialogue. Both groups have good ideas. Let's get this done, okay? Because you are getting great at it. Okay? So you have to turn something in. Hello.
17.
Miss Perez with the rainy drop. All right. Last time we met, you were working on something that was pretty interesting. Oh, and I see you. Okay, good. You have it up here. So what is it we're talking about here?
Well, I'm doing an allegory for fairness.
Okay.
So my story is about the planets, the solar system. So I decided to do like this thing where the planets are like, fighting for like who's the best and everything. But at the end,
You said something interesting to me when you were talking about this about Saturn. So what role does Saturn play here?
Saturn is like the bully. He's like
Okay.
the least favorite in the whole group.
Okay.
And then all he tries to do is fit in with the others, but at the end, he's equal to the rest.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so what are you doing here with your laptop? You're actually like looking up the different planets and
Yeah.
seeing what, like colors and
The features they have.
The features,
Yeah.
okay. And that's going to play into like, oh, on Mars, I'm shiny
Yeah.
and red, and okay, what color? Earth is a big blue marble,
Mm-hmm.
right, son? All right, I like that idea. I think you're doing a good job. I like this. And you see, you're doing your dialogue,
Mm-hmm.
right? Right. Remember, you get it. When you write the dialogue, you may want to try to separate it out because remember, it's going to be pictures, words, pictures, and stuff like that throughout your book. How are you at, Mr. Beta?
I'm doing good.
All right, what do we got? What do we have here?
I'm actually doing selfie leadership actually.
Okay.
It's called Strong Wolf Pride. So I know how wolves are very brave and everything. So I actually wanted to take a young character at first and show that he can show like leadership, because my story is actually about the polar bears in the Arctic. They live in the Arctic. They kind of try to rule all of the north area, right?
Okay.
And like a young wolf, he like trains and everything just to like be a king one day. And he just wants to like stop the polar bears like reign of terror and like all the other things.
And what's your allegory again? I'm sorry.
Leadership.
Leadership. Okay, so he's kind of trying to take control of the North and provide.
Yeah, the polar bears are trying to take over.
Okay.
But one day the young wolf actually sees the plan of how they're going to take over the wolf tribe. So he actually leads the whole wolf army to fight the polar bears back in order to keep the whole North safe.
Does he win?
Yeah, he does.
He does. Okay, so you have a hero in your leadership, right? That shows the positive aspects of being a leader. All right, good. Good job.
Thank you.
Good job. Huh? That's it. Yeah. All right. That's it for today. I'm going to go do some more teaching, and I hope this fulfills the commitment for the project.